Good morning. It's me, Pearl, and this is Tuned In Tarot. And we are here to look at the balance between the divine masculine and divine feminine energies inside of self. Understanding that whatever state these energies are in, we can see this translated in our material world and reflected back to us. So if there's certain information that we want to glean about specific people in our lives so we can have some understanding of where they're coming from, but we have to really embrace that it's really just about our own energy that's inside ourselves. So let us get started. Divine Feminine, she's going again, I guess, because all of her cards are showing. And Divine Masculine has a lot of cards showing, but it's only because of the amount of overthinking he's doing. And I got to tell you, it's going to be a good reading today from what I could see of the cards that popped out, the top and bottoms of the decks. It's pretty great. All right. I think it's funny, the very first card that's coming up because of my own challenge I experienced this morning. I woke up to one of those uh, messages from your PayPal that's like, hey, a subscription charge you didn't subscribe to, and was like, what is this? And then found out it was from this shady company and had to like deal with that. Was really feeling like imbalanced in my masculine worth energy. And then as I was going to solve my issue, just did my billing for the tuition for next month, because I also don't want to have to do that next week and bother everybody when they're on vacation. So I sent that out, and then immediately my clients responded, were like, oh yeah, sure, well, like, I didn't even expect them to pay me. I just did the billing and then got paid. And I was like, okay, so you're fine. You're fine. And Divine Feminine is fine. She's feeling fine right now. We've got her top of the deck, overall forefront of the mind headspace, Queen of Pentacles. So, not feeling as unstable, not feeling as challenged financially as I thought I was when I woke up this morning, right? She's in this energy. She's holding on to those core beliefs about what she knows about her value and her worth. And if anything, for me, the reason why it felt so out of alignment to get that email and be like, hey, can I not buy food today? Because that really was what was going to happen if I didn't fix the problem um, within that next hour. Feeling like so surprised because it wasn't in alignment, because this Queen of Pentacles energy is where the Divine Feminine is. She really feels like she does have the stable foundation. So anything that kind of causes her to question that feels very, very out of alignment, right? You're using those emotions as guides. Immediately, my emotions were like, what? That's not where I'm at. So she's very much in this solid, stable place for herself. She has that knowledge of her self worth. Remember, this is her headspace. And she has that ability to really envision herself as being able to be a woman of the world and control her finances and her abundance. And she's creative and she's fertile and she's really in a good place. And also, she believes she's a specific manifestation for a specific manifestation, who's also staring at me in her headspace. So we're going to see him too. But she's forefront of the mind. I am the Queen of Pentacles. I know my value. I know my worth. The niggling thing in the back of her mind is the Fool card in reverse. But the only reason I'm seeing reversals in this spread at all is because both of these twins have surrendered to this timeline, and both of them believe in the timeline. That is my general assessment just from the cards I can see of Divine Masculines here in the spread and the ones I can see of Divine Feminine. So the niggling feeling is my new beginning is coming, right? 2021 is just a week away or so, right? So we're almost there. We're in that last stretch before we are about to see something really new in the dynamic between these twins. And there's also, of course, because this is a niggling thing, right? And it is in the mind, there is a little sense that she doesn't want to be foolish. She wants to be cautious. Divine Masculine yesterday wanted to be cautious. Now we're seeing Divine Feminine equally wanting to be cautious. She wants to take the leap, but she also wants to look before she leaps. She doesn't want to get herself into trouble. She doesn't want to put too much faith, which I question that. She doesn't want to put too much faith in this new beginning because she doesn't want to end up being foolish. But the first thing in her mind is this Chariot energy. So there's a little bit of like out of control feeling here, just careening towards what it is that she desires so much to experience. But it's also about the motion forward of this union being at the mercy of that timeline that we are seeing is being accepted. She feels that they are not yet together, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, as a team charging forward. And she's really just kind of wanting to get control of her feelings, emotions, her ego, and surrender that to the divine so the divine can be the one that's driving the chariot forward. And she knows she still needs to balance these energies. And when the time is right, this chariot will start moving. And we saw yesterday in Divine Masculine's headspace that it's a coming. So she's kind of just like, all right, I feel it. It's not moving yet though, because we've got this Knight of Pentacles here. Knight of Pentacles being very slow, being very steady, but wait till you see the clarifier for this card. She does feel there's a solid offer here. She does feel that there is really something significant that is on its way, and all things that are really good are worth waiting for. So she's got that sense of like, I do know this is something that's worth waiting for. But what she feels here, because of the next card, the World card in its reverse, she feels that she's waiting for this cycle of slow and steady to end, right? That chariot that's in its reverse, picking up the speed, so this Knight of Pentacles isn't dragging his feet, taking so long, stopping to see all the sights along the way, and ending the separation between them, right? She's ready for this cycle of non-movement to end. But I see her here feeling very confident that it will, and that she's really just waiting on that divine timing. Because of this, Five of Wands in reverse, there's no more block. There's nothing stopping this chariot from going forward anymore. It's the impasse that the two of them have been in. This is a thing of the past. And really, we just need the divine to take the reins and pummel right through, and they will be together because there's no more blockage. And who is she not blocked? The King of Pentacles. There's the match. This is the one you want to see for sure. You definitely want to see the two of them together because that is suggesting, first of all, the 3D manifestation of these, the King and Queen, because these are the people of the world cards, right? The man of the world, the woman of the world, in the 3D, managing 3D energy. He is in his reversal for two reasons. Number one, we're not seeing him yet because this is the clarifying card for the slow and steady Knight of Pentacles. This Knight of Pentacles has not yet manifested into the King of Pentacles, but that's why she's patient, because this truth that she's holding on to is that she knows he will. She knows that he's going to appear. She knows that he's going to come into physical union with her. And she's just waiting on him. The other thing is, this reversal on this card is she's still really working on maintaining that detachment. He comes or he doesn't. And the reason I'm confident about that is because the next card up is the Eight of Pentacles. I have my own coin. I have my own work. I have my own passions. I have my own crafts that I am working on diligently. And while I do know there will be an end to this separation, right now I can tell that I am still in, it's still an intention that I continue to just do this work and he gets here or not. But either way, I'm drawing in abundance. I'm creating my own foundation. I'm providing anything that this King of Pentacles can provide me, providing it for myself. I know I'm capable of it. I know that I can do it. And it's not important if he comes or not. If he comes, I'm going to be thrilled. I'm going to be excited. Who wouldn't be excited to have, this here in the real world, to have this match, this equal match? Of course, I'm excited if he comes, but if he doesn't come, that's okay too, because I'm being cautious right now. I know my new beginning is coming. I do know it, but I'm just being cautious because I know that the new beginning is not about the physical union. It's about understanding that I have really figured out the secret to be able to manifest the things that I want, expand myself, and in so doing, expand others. And that's the true lesson here. So it doesn't matter what specific manifestation shows up. It can be this guy that I've been thinking about all the time or someone else. Regardless, I have my own pentacles. I have my own. So she's really holding on to that in her headspace, and that is beautiful. And it's keeping her very strong. And you know what? It's making her very magnetic, very attractive to divine masculine, very attractive in general, because there's not this neediness, this grasping, this clinging. That was the first thing that popped into my head this morning when I thought, am I seriously gonna have to ask my mom for $50 so I can get groceries today? Like, is that really happening again? Because that's a thing from my past. That is not a thing that I have had to do. And I texted my sister about it and was like, I can't believe this. And then was like, no, you don't have to do that. You're going to be fine. Pull back. It's going to be fine. Because it was so out of alignment with who I know that I am. So she has her own coin. She has her own confidence. She's not in this clinging, needy energy anymore. And it's so much more attractive to her, to everyone. All right. Top of the deck, overall, forefront of the heart space is the Queen of Wands. So we've got Queen of Pentacles in her head, Queen of Wands in her heart. She's got passion. She is a woman of action. She's not in her shadow traits. This is not anger. This is not rage. This is not even impulsivity, actually. She's really, because of this grounding Queen of Pentacles energy, she's really able to be in the light traits of this. It's her passions that ground her. It's her passions that provide her with pentacles, right? She's managed to wed these two queens together and work their energy together so that she can finally be in a place where she's manifesting her abundance through her passions. And it's just getting better and better and better. She's got a lot of strength, a lot of confidence, and vision, a vision for her future. And it is a very beautiful one. The niggling feeling in her heart space? Victory. This is really, really great reading so far because we have her exactly where she needs to be in her headspace with 6 cards in balance. We have exactly where she needs to be so far in her heart space. I haven't seen all the cards, but I've seen one of them. And we have 6. So we're in balance as well. This is a very good place to be, and I can't wait for you to see Divine Masculine. Alrighty. So first card up in her heart space, the Emperor. The Emperor is clarifying this Chariot in reverse in her headspace. And the Emperor is a fixed presence, right? He's very fixed, sitting on his throne, very grounded, very material, and sometimes a little bit controlling, right? So there is that feeling in her headspace right now that this emperor, this divine masculine, is the one that is controlling the forward motion in this relationship towards physical union. But at this point in time, it's appropriate. She's also feeling that he's not moving right now, but she, oh, I didn't even see the next card until just now. Shit. But she understands that he is going to move. He's going to get up out of this throne and he's going to make his motion towards her. And that is confirmed by the Chariot, which is the next goddamn card, which is clarifying this Knight of Pentacles. And I mean, that is just nutty. So that reverse Chariot in her headspace, she knows that the only reason that Chariot isn't moving is because of this Emperor who has his strategy and his plan. You know, he's got all the elements of all the kings there, and he's coming towards her. And this slow and steady, this big solid offer that he's got, it's no longer going to be fixed and stopping at every, attraction all along the way. It is on its way, heading towards her. It's a coming. And then I just want to die. Okay. This World card is being clarified by the Five of Wands, which is also the next card that comes up in her headspace, and it is unblocked. The cycle, the end, the separation, it's the reason why that Chariot can plow through is because there's no more blockages to prevent it. They can finally have this end of separation because there's nothing blocking their union anymore. Not a thing from within them. There could be third-party energy, but oh my fuck, there's nothing on the outside. On the inside. I'm sorry, I can't even do this reading. Holy shit. Okay, the Five of Wands is being clarified by the Seven of Cups in reverse. This was the thing that was blocking them for quite a while. First of all, pouring out poisons in the cup, definitely being confused, not being able to choose, being overwhelmed by the feelings that she was having so many options and so many possibilities, but really feeling like she only has one choice. But this energy of being blocked, being confused, not choosing, that's not happening. And this then is the next card, which is clarifying this Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And it is the Empress. And the Emperor. So if you're going to have the King of Pentacles and you're going to have the Queen of Pentacles in a spread, and then you get the Emperor and the Empress, I can't. Like, this is really, really powerful energy. This is major energy. King and Queen of Pentacles, fine. Emperor and Empress, that's some serious shit. So she does feel this physical union is imminent between this Emperor. She does feel that her King of Pentacles is going to approach her as an Empress, and that she can kind of kick back and just let it happen, because that's the Empress energy. She's fertile, she's abundant, she's ready. She's got that full cup here, which has been filled by the divine and also filled by the sun energy, the sun being the divine masculine energy. She's ready for him to approach her. And then finally, the Nine of Swords. Now, interesting. The imagery from this card has an empty bird cage up here. It's got two birds kind of mirroring each other, and then one bird feathering its nest down here on the bottom. So what I am seeing is she does have some fear and she does have some anxiety. It's actually in regards to this Eight of Pentacles, which I think is so interesting. She's not trapped in this cage, but these fears and anxieties and this mirrored stuff going on right here between these two crows, these are the only things that are keeping her in a cage. It's a mental cage. She has fear and anxiety about her own work. Now, that is absolutely true. I would not have had the kind of sinking feeling I had when I woke up this morning and thought I wasn't going to be able to get groceries for days because I wasn't planning to do billing until next Monday and didn't know when I was going to get any financial windfalls until then. So I was awakened by that and felt this fear and this anxiety because I had this uncertainty about the power of my own work, the power of my ability to generate my own pentacles. So this is the last fear that's left inside of Divine Feminine's heart space. She knows she's the Empress. She knows she's the Queen of Pentacles. We saw that. But she still has fear about her ability to independently maintain her coins. And she is worried and has some anxiety about being trapped again under the power and control of an emperor. So you know what it means when you are entertaining fears that you don't want, right? She needs to shift out of that Nine of Swords energy. Hopefully, this very beautiful spread will help her because wow, wow, wow. Now let's take a look at Divine Masculine. Okay, now let me give you some warning. Top and bottom of the deck for Divine Masculine, c'est magnifique. Headspace, supposed to have 6 cards. We've got 9 cards. So the overthinking is intense. The heart space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Supposed to have 6 cards. We've got 8 cards. We've got overfeeling, overthinking. But remember, Divine Masculine is the one that is having to come forward. So we're seeing a lot more worry and anxiety for him and a lot of emotions in regards to that. All right. Top of the deck, forefront of the mind, the Knight of Cups. He's ready. He's ready to bring forward his cup. It's filled up. He's able to express. This isn't the King of Cups who has a hard time expressing. This is the Knight of Cups. It is not the Page of Cups who expresses in an awkward, immature kind of way. This is the Knight. He has a plan. He has the ability to express what's in his cup. He's chivalrous. He's not overly swift. He's not as slow as the Knight of Pentacles, but he's not rushing in with the Knight of Wands energy or the Knight of Swords energy. He is coming at a good pace towards Divine Feminine, and he's ready to express. And the reason why I know that he's ready, outside of the fact that we're seeing this upright, is that the niggling feeling in the back of his mind is, I'm ready. This 4 of Cups, where he's been, fixed and grounded, connected with the divine, filling up his cup, trying not to focus on these cups before him or be too nostalgic, too escapey, too much in his dream space. He's coming out of the dream space. He's escaping, and he is ready to bring that cup that he filled up while he was in that state to Divine Feminine. This is confirmed by the next card in his headspace, which is breaking his silence. He is no longer going to remain silent. He is going to come forward, and he is going to speak. That's why he's freaked out as fuck. The next card up, this pesky 2 of Pentacles. He's got to choose, and I'll tell you what he's got to choose when we get to his clarifier more specifically, but he is also got this back and forth thing going on in his mind. Like, he does something, she does something, he does something, she does something. And right now I have a sense, based on Divine Feminine's focus, which is her own work, her own pentacles, her Empress energy, herself, there's probably not been the same kind of back and forth that he's used to, number one. Number two, it was never a back and forth. It was imbalanced. He was withholding and Divine Feminine was giving. And so there is this mindfulness that he has right now that in that imbalance, he that he has to balance that imbalance, and he has to choose to do this. And then we're seeing this card again. Impatience. He has planted seeds. He is waiting for these seeds to bear fruit. They have not yet done so. He is really eager for this to happen. He wants to choose. He wants to choose to come forward despite this not being ready, but he can't do it yet for a couple of reasons. The first reason, the Hierophant in reverse, past legal contracts, rigid belief systems, higher education, higher lessons, higher learning, sacred union. So we know we saw the Hierophant upright for him and that he wants to bring this marriage to the table. That was in his heart space. I'm seeing it here because I believe this is about what he's going to be breaking his silence in regards to. He's going to be talking about what exactly happened with this past legal contract, rigid belief system, etc., that has prevented him from being able to harvest these fruits. And he's going to be expressing to the divine feminine, this is what he wants to choose. He wants to choose to express to the divine feminine exactly what it is that has caused this to take so long, because he knows that this has caused a great deal of pain and unnecessary suffering. And he really wants to be able to reveal to her what has happened in regards to his past and in regards to the rigid beliefs he had about his ability to come forward. This Two of Pentacles is being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So he feels like his choices are sort of inevitable, right? They're fated, they're destined to happen, and the choices he's made have been destined to happen. He wants to be the master of his fortune, though. He doesn't want to feel at the mercy of this wheel. He wants to feel this turn. He wants to choose to be the master of his fortune. He wants to be the one that is able to control his fate and his destiny and not have it controlled by this past energy that has kept him locked in place this whole time. And then here is the massive amount of overthinking. It's clarifying these fruits he's waiting for, right? So all of these cards are about why he has to wait and how it makes him, well, what he thinks about it. First thing up is the Sun card. Now, this is auspicious whether it's upright or in its reverse, but when we're seeing it in its reverse right now, in regards to the impatience, he is just the arrival of this fulfillment of this happiness and this illumination is just dependent upon these seeds he's planted, this plan he has for coming forward. So there is that. His happiness is blocked only by this timeline, which is of his own making. You got to love that. He's having to stay in this hermit energy. He's doing that soul searching so he can figure out exactly how to unblock this happiness and really truly come forward. And he understands that as long as he's been in this solo energy, he has not been able to see that illumination, to bring that illumination to this physical union, which has prevented him from bringing the Six of Pentacles, this reciprocity, to this physical union. But he has done the work of walking away from this hermit energy and from this lack of reciprocity. And so now he is able to finally go towards his higher calling, which in this case is divine feminine, right? His higher calling is to come into this union, integrate that divine feminine inside of himself, and be able to see a physical expression of this union here in the material world, become part of that team, that twin flame team, right? And start to do the next phase of the journey, which is to do healing and expansion here on the planet. So he has walked towards his higher calling, and he is going to be able to bring that illumination and reciprocity as soon as these seeds that he has planted bear fruit here in the material world, it is purely a timing issue that has to do with this destiny and this fate. But it is one of his choosing, though, because he's choosing to wait on those seeds, right? And he has his reasons. And it seems that he believes it's going to bring happiness if he does this. Now, the top of the deck overall for the heart space is the Empress. So she's here again. She's approachable. She is fertile, abundant, wife material, and she is waiting for him, and he feels her. He's got her at the center of his heart. She's absolutely his dream and who he wants to be with and who he feels he has the capability to attract at this point. Niggling feeling, the Prince of Swords in the Cosmic Tarot, otherwise known as the Knight of Swords, ready to wield that truth with directness, clarity, and integrity swiftly. So his heart is feeling this urgency, and it's coming. I mean, we're right here. We saw that chariot energy, like we're galloping towards this conclusion here. And he's ready. His heart, the niggling feeling is, I need to bring this truth in swiftly. I need to take this into my hands and I need to do it. Okay, wow. So, first card up in his heart space, the Star. Who's his star? The Divine Feminine there. She is doing that work of pouring the unconscious into the material. She's doing this healing work. She's illuminating in the darkness. This is who he's heading towards. This is his light. That light that's in the lantern, it's really that light of the star. That's what causes him to go within and search, is to be able to figure out how to get to her. And you know, there's also this like wise man energy coming from this right now at this time of year with that conjunction and the wise men heading towards that bright star. And that is what he's doing. He's heading towards his star. He's following his star. This is his wish fulfillment too. And this is who he wants to express to with that Knight of Cups energy. He wants to break his silence in regards to his divine feminine and be able to finally express to her and bring that illumination that we saw in that Sun card energy to the divine feminine. And here's the Ace of Pentacles. This is the real world offer. This is what that Knight of Pentacles is carrying slowly and steadily toward divine feminine. And it is the real world in the streets, to the streets offer. And that is what he is choosing to bring to Jesus Christ Almighty, heaven and earth. This divine feminine. We have the Nine of Pentacles here, which is clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. This is the absolute culmination of the fruits from this harvest. He wants to be able to share all of these pentacles with his divine feminine. He wants to reward himself. He wants to reward her. He wants to be self-indulgent right now and be able to just be at her side and bring her this offer, bring her this pentacle. And he is trusted in this Nine of Wands energy. He's trusted in this healing that he's had to do. He is feeling like he can persevere against these rigid belief systems, against these past legal contracts, whatever it is that have been keeping him back. He feels that he has done this solo healing, that it was necessary for him to do this healing on his own. This is also something that he's going to be expressing with that Four of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Cups. The information that he's bringing to divine feminine includes this, that he has had to do this healing, that he's, you know, not just been idle, that he has been really working so hard. He fought a lot of battles to be with her, and he's absolutely ready. And then Four of Cups in reverse in his heart and his head. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. For what? For my destiny. I am ready to shift that wheel. I am ready to come into my destiny and my good fortune. I am prepared. And because he's ready in his heart space, I am shifting this card for him upright. He is ready to become the master of his fortune, to experience that good fortune, to experience that luck. This time, holy shit. This time he gets to feel the luck. Okay, now, this is so interesting. The overfeeling we've got is clarifying the overthinking. Of course, that's how it usually works. The overthinking was the Sun, the Hermit, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and the Eight of Cups in reverse, right? So that's everything that we're clarifying. I don't know if I can hold on to all this stuff. Okay. The Three of Cups in reverse is here. This Three of Cups has to do with that third party energy, and it doesn't have to be a partner. It can be, it could have been a past partner, a karma partner, could a karmic relationship, family members, it could be friends, career, limiting belief systems, anything that blocks this celebration, this reunion that Divine Masculine is desiring so much. So his feeling that his inability to come forward, the blocking that he was experiencing of his happiness, he had to go inside and search because he could not be reciprocal with Divine Feminine. He walked away from what? From the third party energy that was blocking him, which has allowed him to, now this is what is really fascinating about this overfeeling of the heart space. These last two cards, the Moon, which has been in his head for a few days now, and is such a significant image for this divine couple. His goddess, of course. To see it in reverse to me is that he's releasing his fears and anxieties. And he's also really longing to come out of the 5D energy, out of the dream space, out of this ethereal plane, and come into the physical. That's why we're seeing that Ace of Pentacles, wanting the offer to be physical, right? So there's wanting to leave those fears and worries and cares behind him and also come out into the 3D manifestation for this physical union. But the final card is the final card that Divine Feminine has. They are in union. This is the Nine of Swords energy. Now, what's interesting is he's releasing his fears and anxieties. So he's telling us that he's releasing this. And why would we see it in addition to a card that is negating it? It's because he's telling us he's releasing the fears and anxieties about being in physical union with Divine Feminine, but he's afraid and anxious about actually bringing the offer for the reasons that anybody is afraid to do anything. Get up on stage for the first time, talk in front of a crowd, approach that person in the bar that you want to ask for their phone number. This is a normal amount of fear and anxiety, and they're both afraid of what's coming. They don't know. They've not been together like this before. This is a new way of being, and it's frightening. And their own thoughts, and definitely for Divine Masculine, their own thoughts are scaring them more than anything else. There's no real fear here about the union. The fear is just a practical fear. It's just being like, shit, like it's fucking happening. Oh my God. That is the feeling I'm getting from those two cards. Wow. I don't even know what's going to happen in the next few days. I'm like, what is going to happen with these readings? Let me tell you, this Divine Masculine needed a lot of help today. He has so many oracles, so many oracles in his head. So let's go to Divine Feminine now and take a look at where she is. She's not doing quite as bad in terms of needing help. She was very balanced. She's very in union. But, Divine Feminine is the one that's just waiting. Her nervous energy, her fear is in regards to being able to maintain her sense of self as this Divine Masculine approaches. And then there's just sort of also the general fear of is he really going to like me? This has been in this 3D or this 5D for so long. What if he doesn't actually like me? I just want him to know, it's okay. If the physical manifestation of me isn't what he thought, it's okay. He doesn't have to be worried. I'm not going to hold him to, those are her kind of thoughts that she's having, where it's just sort of okay. And then what's going to happen with this and what's going to happen with that and how's this going to happen. That's the energy I'm getting from that card, and it's perfectly normal because she's about to embark on something completely new, and there's going to be fear. There's just going to be fear. She is in the light attributes right now of the artist, which is expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses and inspiring others to see life symbolically. So she is really doing this right now. She is able to create some form of expression that's allowing her to really reveal to others what is beyond the five senses. Like, and if she is an artist, most of us in this collective are, this is definitely, you're being boosted in this energy, and that you should continue to keep doing this art. And it's really truly inspired at this point right now. Saint Hildegard von Bingen is with you, Divine Feminine, to help you believe. Oh, wow, wow. The next card, too. Believe that this is going to happen. And you do. You do. It's staring right at me. You believe in it. You believe in yourself. And because you believe in yourself, you believe in the Divine Masculine, because you know that he matches you where you're at. Holy Spirit emphasized peace. The Holy Spirit in this season is so present in so many ways, in the music that is played, in the candles that are lit. And see, I set up my candles for Christmas Eve back there. I'm going to light them on Christmas Eve. It's a time when we're constantly reflecting upon the peace that is purported to have come with this season. And it's an incredible guardian to have Saint Hildegard von Bingen, especially as an artist, helping you believe in yourself, believe in your artwork, believe in your ability to express yourself symbolically, believe in the union, believe in this process, and to be supported by the Holy Spirit in that is so powerful. Don't forget, moods are indicators of my emotional set points. I used this card today. When I woke up and saw that charge on my account, and my emotions were, I was just like, I just wanted to bury my head and start crying. I was like, no, that is far away from where I am. I don't want to feel that way. I want to feel closer to where I am, because I know this about myself. So that sadness, that feeling, that means that this experience is out of alignment with who I know I am. It's just an indication that I'm far away from where I am supposed to be, from where my potential is. And so I used my Queen of Wands energy, because man, did I go in on that customer service email that I sent. And I went directly to the Better Business Bureau, and I did everything I was supposed to do to report them for fraudulent activity. I knew that I was probably not going to get that money back, at least today, if not ever. But I just used my anger, I used my rage, and I went up that tone scale. I was like, no, I will not be in despair. I will figure this out. And then as I started to calm down, I was able to be like, okay, I have some options. I can do some things. It's going to be fine, right? I used my emotions as an indication of how far away I was from my true inherent masculine worth energy. When you continue to focus on any thought, it becomes increasingly easy to continue to focus on it, because the law of attraction is making more thoughts like it available to you. And so, emotionally speaking, you are developing a mood, or you are achieving a habitual vibrational groove, so to speak, or a set point. Now, I did not want my set point to be like, I don't have enough money to buy food. I did not want that to be my set point. So I chose a different set point. I went with the next better feeling thought. What feels better than complete despair? Honestly, being super pissed off feels better. So I went with super pissed off. And that made me feel empowered, because I was like, you know what? Actually, I have options, bucko. And I started to apply the options I had. And then as I started to feel better, because I started to feel powerful, I started to also relax a little bit and feel less that grasping feeling that I was feeling. And then I started to choose more thoughts that matched not feeling needy and grasping until I arrived at a realization that I could legitimately bill my clients one day early or whatever day or however, because I usually bill them a week before and they take a week to pay. But in this case, my client paid me right away because she didn't want to have to worry about it until after or worry about it during Christmas either. So it was one of those things where by choosing a better feeling thought, my emotional set point became one of empowerment. And then finally, I was back into my Queen of Pentacles energy. That's how that works. Hey, confidence is your key to success, Leo. That's me. Yes, confidence is your key to success. You have to be confident about this union. You have to believe in this union. You have to believe in this. Oh, man. And the potential of this union, because right now your commitment is being tested. Do you believe you're the Queen of Pentacles or not? It turns out I did today. Although I had a minute, I had a full ass minute, but remember there's a buffer of time. So you can have a minute of not feeling like Queen of Pentacles and not end up becoming like the Five of Pentacles by the end of the day. I had a minute and then I was like, no, that's not who I am, right? My commitment was being tested. Your commitment in this physical union is being tested right now because you are waiting for it. You are waiting for it. It's not here yet. You have to see it. You have to believe it to see the physical manifestation, right? So your commitment to it is being tested. Do you really want it? Do you really want it though? And then finally, take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So if you've been overthinking, which it doesn't look like you've been doing, you might want to get off that treadmill of thinking, loop thinking. Now, you do have some fears and anxieties there, right? That implies that you are doing some fear-based thinking because those swords imply that the feelings you have are turning into these thoughts that are plaguing you. Get off of this treadmill. Don't be worried. Don't be afraid about your work, about what you're able to produce here in the world. Maintain that set point and take a break from thinking about things that take you anywhere outside of the vibration of that set point. And also take a break. It's the holidays. If you have the privilege of being able to take a break right now, take a break. Okay, Divine Masculine, let's get your book ready here. Look at you. Bro, you needed so many guardians today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guardians is what you needed today. All right, let's get going. You have one archetype. It is a light trait. Congratulations. You are in the light attributes of the hedonist, of my favorite. This inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. So, I think you're about ready to enjoy the season right now and really have this experience of embracing the good things in life, embracing your divine feminine, embracing, feasting with her, celebrating her, being in that 3 of Cups energy, really enjoying. And I also see this light trait of being able to celebrate the beauty in yourself, understanding that if this is in you, or if this is divine feminine, she is in you. And you have this beauty, this kindness, this fertility, this creativity, this abundance, this power to rule that divine feminine has. And so you're starting to see that energy inside of yourself. All right, here we go with the guardians. These are all of the guardians that are supporting you right now in your overthinking, in your overfeeling. We've got your guardian angel is here emphasizing faith. Have faith, divine masculine. Your guardian angel is helping you with being brave. Have faith, be brave. Do not let your thoughts get the best of you. Do not be anxious about how you're going to be received. How are you going to be received? You're going to be received by the Empress, by the Queen of Pentacles, approachable. You're totally going to be received. So be brave and have faith. Do not compromise. Saint Agnes of Rome is here to tell you, do not compromise. Do not compromise yourself. Do not compromise divine feminine. Do not compromise the union. Do not compromise with anyone who is asking you to compromise. This is what you want. This is what you desire. And St. Agnes is here to support you in that. Hey, forgiveness. St. Mary Magdalene is here. There's an emphasis on this card. She is helping you forgive yourself, right? Forgive yourself for taking so long. Forgive yourself for having this baggage or whatever it is that makes you feel like you're inadequate, or you had felt like that in the past. And if you can have this forgiveness for yourself, you've already got it from Divine Feminine. This is not a Divine Feminine who's holding any type of grudges against you. She sees you as the Emperor. She sees you as the King of Pentacles. She sees you as her heart's desire. She sees victory with you. She sees the blockages have been removed. She sees nothing but goodness here, really. And there's already forgiveness from her. So all the forgiveness you need to do is for yourself, and you probably need to forgive some of the third-party energy that's been causing you some of these blockages, because when we're holding on to that grudge or blaming anything outside of ourselves, it is in and of itself a blockage. So she's here to support you in forgiveness. And then the final guardian is here to help support you in your vision regarding this union, okay? Holding on to that vision. She's in prayer. She's looking up to the heavens. She's trusting in the divine. She knows that if she holds this vision, the divine will bring it to her. So your guardian angel is supporting you in that energy today. So that's faith, bravery, no, unrelenting, uncompromising, forgiveness, and vision. All good things to have in your oracles. Hey, you never get this. Why is it taking me so long? Let's review. The only reason you've not already received what you desire is because you are holding yourself in a vibrational pattern that does not match the vibration of your desire. Divine Masculine, stop noticing how long it's taking. You're the one who set the timeline up for this. I mean, it was partially the divine timeline, but your seeds are the seeds that you're waiting to bear fruit. So it is taking you so long because you are holding yourself in that vibration. And as soon as you surrender and release yourself from that pattern that doesn't match your desire, you will be able to be in the pattern that does match your desire. The energy is gaining momentum. We can see that Chariot energy. We know that that is true. Don't let pride get in your way. And that's 2 Leos here. We've got the Confidence is Key Leo card for Divine Feminine, and this don't let pride get in your way. This is also about strength, right? It's that strength energy from the Major Arcana. You are not loving that you have to apologize, but don't let pride get in your way. Don't be afraid of that apology. Don't be afraid that you're not going to experience forgiveness. It's already been given. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. You are no longer bound. This healing that you have done, healing these soul contracts, the effects of these past lives, you are fully unbound. All right, bottom of the deck for the divine couple. Ooh, I have chills. Your archetype today is blank, because this is tabula rasa. You have a blank slate. You are now in a position in that new beginning energy that Divine Feminine is feeling, right? You are in a position to now redefine this union. What has been in the past is no longer here. You have completely clean slate together to start fresh and to create new archetype that represents you. You are the ones who determine this. Pause. Guardian angel, take a moment and reflect. This is happening like within a few days, I believe. So pause here and reflect, enjoy the idea of each other, release those fears and anxieties. Just take a moment, take a breath. I will do my best to make the best of it. A key to regaining your feeling of empowerment is to decide right now that no matter how good or how bad you are feeling, you are going to do your best to make the best of it. Do that again and again. And in a short period of time, you will find yourself in a very good feeling place. And I can attest to this. I just had this experience today. I was upset enough about what was happening this morning that I was almost thinking that I wasn't going to do a reading. And I was like, I haven't taken a day off in a while. Like, maybe I'll just take this day. I didn't do my yoga this morning because I was like dealing with this annoying garbage. And I felt like bad enough that I started to see like my whole day kind of unfolding before me, and it didn't seem good. And then I started to do that work of changing my emotional set point, right? Creating a new vibration. I made the best of it again and again until I found myself in a very good feeling place. And now, so thrilled and happy that I did this reading because it's giving me even more joy to carry through my day. To see the divine couple in this space is so, so positive. Divine couple, what do you need to release? Whatever it is, release it. It has to do with these fears and anxieties. Release these. How can you be afraid? First of all, you have all these guardians around you right now. Second of all, you know the truth. It's here in your head. So what do you have to fear? But fear itself. And then finally, don't forget this, that the keepers of the earth are here. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you, and they are rooting for this union. This is part of the divine plan. This is part of their legacy. This is part of them expanding into the future on this physical plane. They are here with you, supporting you, and you can turn to them. They are absolutely present for you and protecting your union. Wow, for so many cards, that was a quick reading, but it was pretty straightforward. There wasn't a whole lot of twists and turns here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please like, subscribe, share. I always forget to say that. It helps me out a lot. It gets my message out. I've had some people hop in my DMs for personal readings lately. I do them. I have a suggested donation amount, and then I work with you wherever you're at because I don't think that money should be a blockage to healing. Although at the same time, my healing has to do with my worth energy. So I do have an expectation that there will be some exchange there, of course. But I am available for personal readings. You can give them as gifts to family too. And I am also, I just released a Christmas song too. So if you want to hear the saddest Christmas cover in the world, because that is what it turned out to be, go to my Pearl in the Prayers on Instagram, and it's posted there. I also have it here on YouTube as well. All right, everybody, take care. We've only got a few more days until Christmas. I don't know if I'll be doing a reading on Christmas Day or not. It really depends on how I feel. But for now, I will see you tomorrow bright and early here on Tuned In Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a gorgeous day.